Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Let me take the chance also to, representing the whole family of Orlando Pirates, to send the condolence to our colleagues in Richards Bay about the sad news that we all knew yesterday, and from here I would like to send them our support and our love in these difficult moments. Then about the game, well, it's not unknown anymore since we knew we're gonna face Venda. We tried to do, and we did our job in order to know as much as possible about the opponent. It's the competition. It's making every game difficult when you have to find a way to go through in only 90 minutes. Everything can happen, so we take the game really serious. We really want to be in the next round, and we're gonna take care of every detail as we used to do. We're gonna face these games are complicated, even though the team is coming from the first division. It's a team with quality, with experienced players, with an experienced coach. And like I said, it's 90 minutes, and in 90 minutes many things can happen that can complicate a football game. So we're trying to work seriously, trying to continue with our momentum after the last game, and looking for that continuity now in the Nedbank Cup.
Thank you, Coach. Let's take questions from the floor. First by show of hands, I'll take the first one.
Thanks, Coach. Coach, how much of experience, positives that you learned from your previous opposition in the last 32, because they were also in the lower division, coming into this match this coming weekend? Thanks.
Well, like I said, the fact that you played your possibilities to go through in 90 minutes, who knows what's going to happen on Saturday. You know, it's going to be a rainy day like it was in the previous game against FC All Stars, which is, complicating and equalize a bit, the game, even though we have to assume that we are the favorites to go through. Like I said, it's 90 minutes. You can find yourself with one man down after 15-20 minutes. Who knows? So we have to, and usually these things happen when you are not 100% there, when you are not concentrated, when suddenly whatever action can find you, like I said, not focused, and it can happen when you face teams coming from a lower league. So we're trying to work on that, like we did against FC All Stars, to make sure that we all understand the complexity of the game and how difficult it is to get a result in a knockout game, and how many things can happen. We were all of us around enough time to understand that these games are always tricky, and our task, our responsibility is to get the initiative from the beginning, dictate the tempo, try to play the game in the tempo and the rhythm that we used to play, and then for the opponent coming from a lower league, it's going to be more difficult to challenge us. If we play in a rhythm that we are not used to play, then the game is, like I said many times, is 50-50. So that's the situation that we need to avoid. And the previous game against FC All Stars teach us in a way that it takes for us, if I'm not mistaken, 60 or 65 minutes to get the lead, and we're taking the task very serious one more time.
Thank you, Coach. As we move along, Venda, you also have your hand up?
Yeah.
You'll be next.
Coach, can I ask for your thoughts on rotation? Obviously, two competitions, ROE, but the games less and less. But you've got a quality squad, players. I'm sure all of them eager to impress and play. And just an injury update if there's any.
Well, as you know, I don't speak about injuries. It's not my responsibility. Talk about the health of the players. It's a private thing. We don't rotate. I think that I explained this topic already this season. Especially now, we playing one game per week. So if you find any change in our start 11 regarding the last game we played against Swallows, it's gonna be because maybe someone is not available still. Today is still -2, so a lot of things can happen till Saturday, or because the coach decides to introduce different player, different profile, different adjustment, tactical, but not because of rotation. We can talk about rotations or resting player if in the situation that we have to play one game after 2, 3, 4 days, and it's not the case. Our next opponent is coming in 1 week after this game, so there's not going to be rotations. Obviously, it's a different competition. Like you said, we have quality players in every position. I'm a lucky coach with more than 20 quality players ready to play. But in the end of the day, I have to choose 11, and I have to take care of some certain dynamics. And one of the dynamics is also that there was a break when we play Chiefs, perhaps. But apart from that game, we are in a good moment, and we need to be consistent, and we need to look for that consistency in terms of performances and results as well.
Okay, Velile, Pedro, and then Mr. Amara, Lorenz, and also Natalie.
Coach, I think before your last game, we even saw some of your analysts coming to do the work around All Stars. I think you also spoke about that previously, looking at the distance between your next opponent. Because this All Stars is game, how they have you had the opportunity to follow them, and maybe from the analysis of All Stars and what you've seen even of your next opponent, what can you say about the difference between the two divisions in technical?
Yeah, we have the opportunity to watch our coaching staff had the opportunity to watch a couple of games live also, and nowadays if you don't get info about your opponent nowadays, because you are not doing the job, and that's not our case. We try to, like I said, it's not an empty talk. We try to know as much as possible about the opponent, because it's our responsibility. It doesn't matter in which division they are playing for. So, and then about the like I said already many times, I'm used to play quite many friendly matches against teams from first division. There's some trends, I have to say, similitudes in between games. One more time, the technical level of the players is high in general here in South Africa, and the second tier is not an exception. The speed of the game, it's also good enough, the rhythm of the game. There are some problems that I'm not going to highlight. It's not the thing to do right now. And if we speak about FC All Stars and Venda, so far, it looks to me totally different teams. They are quite different. FC All Stars was a well-organized team around the ball, giving importance to the possession and trying to get their percentage there with many technical players building from the back. And Venda is different. It's a bit more physical. They try to arrive in the half of the opponent as soon as possible, accumulate players, play with more with second actions. They put a lot of hopes also in transitions. So they're gonna propose, probably, I don't know, but It's all about probability. It's a different game, and like I said, this is difficult when, especially against teams like that, because against FC All Stars you have also the chance to press higher, to steal balls. We have actions and chances in transitions. Against All Stars from their own half, against this team is going to be different. Probably they're gonna force us to build more from the back, and our transitions will come from long distances. So it's going to be complex. It's going to be difficult, and it's not going to be an easy game. If we manage to get the lead soon and dominate soon, probably yes. But if we don't, it's going to be rough. But we are optimistic, obviously, and there's no other scenario for us than going through to the next round.
Coach, when you tell this coach, this is José freelance here, coach.
Sorry.
Coach, under your leadership, Pirates have been regarded as title contenders this season. They've already had one trophy in the bag, one more to play for. And yesterday, the news came out that 4 of the players have made it to the premier round of the national team. Saling is also part of player of the season debate. So these things, as we know, they tend to have a psychological effect on players. They tend to get ahead of themselves. So you as a coach, how do you then manage them to make sure they don't get ahead of themselves, they maintain focus and leave it all in the position challenge for the play?
First of all, we're proud of our boys, not only the ones who are getting the call from the South African national team, also from other countries as well. It's a consequence of good performances and good moments, and I'm a good coach when my team is playing well and I'm not playing. So we all get the benefit and the reward of the good work collectively. So it's much more easy, and it's a consequence of the collective good work. So I'm happy for that. Like, you know, I try to run away of individual comments, as you know, because that's what I really trust that we have to do and promote. What to do to keep the feet on the ground? I think there's nothing we have to do. We are a humble group. We try to guide and guide our team using some certain values, and humbleness is one of them. So ambitious is one of them as well, and the combination of those two, it makes us continue looking forward and looking for achieve more things as an individual, as a collective. So as long as our ambitious is still big enough, and they're not gonna feel that they are done, that all of the things that they need to achieve this season are already done. So I don't see any problem. I'm a lucky coach in terms of how good as a human, the human quality of my group is, and like I said, we all in the team are very happy about this call, but it's not going to be the last time. I'm 100% sure that the next time there's going to be even more players.
Okay, we are wrapping up. Last 2 questions.
Okay, Coach, I'm not sure if you can see. Which one is more important for Pirates, Coach, finishing as runners-up to go and play in the Champions League, or are you going to push until the end to see you winning the second trophy this season? Which one is more important for you?
For me or for the club?
For the club, Coach. For you and the club.
For both.
If I say you, you are a Pirates man.
We are aligned, so it was a stupid question from my side. Like I said, we still have a lot of things to play until the end. Very important. It's very important for the club and for us as a group to finish as high as possible, and we have to see to the team, you know, that we can, which is close for us in this moment to overcome, to overpass, and that's our objective. We want to finish the season as high as possible. And obviously have the possibility to again, at least to be in a final. I think clubs like Pirates must be in the finals every season as much as possible. Then you go to the final, and you know the story. You have to. There's a combination of a lot of factors to be the better team in a game like that. But the possibility to be in a final for a club like Pirates, it must be motivational enough for all of us to do our best in this competition. We have an experience recently. We know what the meaning of being in the MTN final, be the better team also in Durban at that time. So we want to replicate the same. We want to have the same experience together, be again in a final. But that's something that will come only if we do our job next against Venda, which is going to be difficult. So at the same time, we have dreams, but the reality is that we are still far from that possibility. But we wanna fight to have the chance to, like I said, to be in a final. But at the same time, like I always said, the league for me it's always the most important, and it's where you show and you have the opportunity to be the best one. And we want to be in that group of the best teams in the end of the season. It's not a discussion.
Okay, last one from Lorenz.
Coach, when you get the times, you mentioned that you don't rotate your squad, don't like rotating your squad for continuity, and you've got a big squad full of quality players. But obviously that means you're going to have a couple of unhappy players in the camp. Are you personally dealing with them, the emotions, their tantrums, or is there, like you said, there's a committee for signing players, is there a committee for handling egos and people's feelings, stroking their egos, keep them happy?
I mean, it's a long discussion. This is football. It's obvious. Every player in every squad, and Pirates is not an exception. They are happy when they are playing. They are 100% happy when they are playing. That's the challenge, to manage the groups, making sure that everyone feels part of what we do. That even the players who are not in the game squad, they feel part of the result, especially when it's positive. During the season, usually everybody has the chance to show and get the opportunity to show that they are capable to play and compete in a team like our team. But we humans, we all have emotions. There's moments, difficult moments during the season, but to be honest, it was a challenge for me, obviously as a coach, to manage a big group, and a group where every player can be a star 11 player. But I'm very lucky because the players are making the task very easy for me. Their behavior from the beginning till now, it's been top and very professional, and everybody, that's the most important thing in every group. It doesn't matter if it's sport or we talk about anything else, everything else, is that everybody understands their role. And we have to accept sometimes that my role is maybe secondary during a period, but it doesn't mean that cannot be changed in the future. So our obligation, our responsibility, and the players as well, is to be prepared for the opportunities, and when you get the opportunity, make sure that you don't need a second one. And that's the competition, that's the professional football, and we all need to accept it, understanding that we are all emotional, and in our team there's also space for the emotions, and to have open conversations about individual situations, and like I said, so far it's been quite good and stable in that sense.